Going live. Alright, we're on the air. How's everyone doing today? Beautiful day down here in southern Mississippi. When I was out there just a little bit ago, it was right around 76, 77 degrees. Spring has finally sprung. Thank God. I am so ready for spring. I don't know about the rest of yous, but yes, spring is definitely in the air now. Anyways, I wanted to come on here and kind of, I guess, make fun of myself, make fun of my luck. Uh, I don't know what it is about this town that I live outside of. It's like they have a shortage of everything I personally need. Not a shortage of other things, just what I need. I've had, I don't know how many issues trying to get ibuprofen from the Dollar General or the Family Dollar. They, with all my back pain and whatnot, I go through a lot of ibuprofen. But anyways, they never have the big bottles of the ibuprofen here in town. I go round and round trying to find them. And it never fails once I do find them, my ibuprofen. Then it's everywhere until I need it again. And then you can't find it. Then, like the other day, it was a hell of a day, okay? Everybody knows I got my big cup, okay? I drink Diet Coke. So anyways, the other day I go into the local convenience store I always go to get a soda. I'll be darned if the Diet Coke and the Coke Zero are both completely out. There's nothing in the fountain. Yet, they've got the boxes of the syrup over here. So I kind of hold my nose. I go ahead, fill my cup up with regular Coke. Hey, Alicia. Anyways, I go to the counter. And this is like 6 o'clock at night. I had just dropped off my youngest daughter at work. So I go up to the counter, pay for my soda, and I tell the gal behind the register, I says, you're out of Diet Coke and you're out of Coke Zero. They need to be replaced. Okay, I'll get right on that. Sure thing. So I leave, I don't think nothing more of it. Very next day, when I go to pick up my daughter from work at 7 o'clock in the morning, as soon as I get my daughter, we go to the convenience store. Go to get my soda. I'll be damned. Diet Coke, still out. Coke Zero, still out. So I go to the poor gal that's working the register in the morning, and I'm like, hey, you're out of Diet Coke, you're out of Coke Zero. I can see the boxes of syrup down there on the floor. I told the cashier last night at 6 p.m. that you was out of soda and you needed to get the soda changed. Yeah. Of course, that cashier never took care of it. Sat all night. Never got changed out. Finally, it gets changed, by the gal that was working the other day. Then after all that's done, go to get ice. Wouldn't you know it? No ice. So I have to stand there and wait for him to get ice. Now, since we have the lottery, you get to wait on people that are at the register playing lottery. So by the time I get my ice and my soda, get up to the register, I stand in line for 10 minutes while some bozo messes around with lottery tickets. So that day, when I went to get soda, it took a half an hour in the convenience store just to get a damn soda. I mean, I know things in the South move at their own pace, but a half an hour to get a soda? Come on, people. That's the way my luck runs, right? All of last week, my regular convenience store was out of my Winston Red shorts. I go in there every week and buy cigarettes, and they never order enough of that particular brand. But last week, they was out for the entire week. Okay. If they don't have shorts, then I end up having to get 100s. If they're out of 100s, like they run out of last week, then I end up having to get Marlboros for $6 a pack rather than $5 a pack for the Winstons. You know, like I say, this is the way my luck runs, and somehow, through it all, I always stay positive. I'm usually a pretty happy person. Till something really pisses me off. Irregardless, right? So I go to the other convenience store. I know, I got paid, so I know the other convenience store has my cigarettes. So I go in there today. I figure I'm gonna go to town, get me cigarettes, get me a soda, maybe go get me a burger. Go in that convenience store. Tell them I need a carton of Winston Red shorts. Guess what? You got it. They don't have shorts. They have the damn 100s. So I ended up having to get 100s. This is just the way my luck runs. I told the gal at the register, I said, what, is there a shortage now on Winston Red shorts? Couldn't find them anywhere in town. Before this, I like my Zippo lighters, okay? This one my daughter got me, I believe for my birthday one year. So I like Zippo lighters. Now, to use a Zippo lighter, you have to have lighter fluid, correct? Well, when I was looking for lighter fluid, I went for 2 months in this town looking for lighter fluid. Grocery store didn't have it. Neither one of the convenience stores had it. Dollar General didn't have it. Family Dollar didn't have it. Nobody had Zippo lighter fluid. Couldn't believe it. You go to the one convenience store. They sell Zippo lighters. They sell the Zippo flints. And they sell the wicks for the lighters. So they sell everything Zippo except for lighter fluid. You can buy the goddamn lighters, but you can't use them, right? So after about 2 months of unsuccessfully searching for lighter fluid, I decided to heck with it. And I got a wild hair, and I said, you know what, maybe I can look on Amazon. Maybe Amazon sells lighter fluid. So I actually found a can of lighter fluid on Amazon. Went ahead and ordered it. Of course, it took well over a week and a half to get it. The day after I get the Zippo lighter fluid, and the convenience store starts carrying Zippo lighter fluid again. I walk in, they had 6 cans of lighter fluid in their glass case with all their other Zippo shit. For 2 months, they didn't have any. When I finally get some, all of a sudden they got lighter fluid coming out the ass. This is my luck. You know, I don't know, does anybody else out there have this kind of luck? I mean, it's a constant thing. Hang on a second, I'm going to open my window since it's such a beautiful day outside. But does anybody else have this issue? I mean, it's kind of like if I go to the grocery store. You know how you go through the store, you pick up all your groceries. Then comes the biggest choice of all. Which line to get into? Which line is going to move the fastest? That's a hard choice. Very hard choice. And unfortunately, I always lose at this game. I can pick the line with the person in front of me that has the least amount of items. And on the next aisle, the next register, the person has the whole damn thing full of groceries, plus still groceries in the cart. I can get in that other line, and somehow, amazingly, the person with all those items, they somehow get checked out quicker than the person that's in front of me with 10 items. That's just how my luck goes. It's been that way. I mean, we've always made fun in our family about the be at luck. Yeah. We just, when it comes to that stuff, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. If something can go wrong, like if I'm working on a car or something, it never fails. If something can go wrong, it'll go wrong. The one place I really don't have that issue is when I work on computers. Usually my computers, when I go to install something, it's usually a pretty easy install. I've got a new video card on its way that should arrive tomorrow. A GTX 1060 OC overclocked. So we're going to replace my current GTX 970 with a 1660. Did I say 1060? I meant 1660. It's a 1660 gigabyte OC, has 6 gigabytes of onboard video RAM, which the current video card I have has 4 gigabytes of RAM. And like with my game, The Outer Worlds, which I have found I really enjoy that game, but it works my current video card very, very hard. Yeah, yeah, I know, Alicia. Everybody in the family has the luck. Everybody. But I was saying about the video card with this game, The Outer Worlds. My video card temperature will go from well, let me see what it is right now while I'm not really doing much anything. Graphics, it's a little bit warmer than normal. When it's not doing anything, it's usually around the 36 degrees Celsius. Right now, with streaming, it's at 46 Celsius. Uh, Same with my CPU. My CPU is usually in the 30s, and right now it's 44 Celsius. Now, I kick on the Outer Worlds and start playing that game, and my video card will shoot all the way up to 80, 81 degrees Celsius. And since the video card's pumping out so much heat, it causes, the air inside the computer, of course, to get warmer, and my CPU will go up to about 70 degrees Celsius. And this video card that I've got right now, it's got one fan. It's got the one fan. Whereas the Gigabyte 1660 video card has two fans on it, more RAM, and it should perform a whole hell of a lot better. I was looking at it before I bought it, and surprisingly, it's only $229. So, I mean, for that good of a video card, only paying $220, that's a damn good price. Compared to $500 and something for one of the new ray tracing video cards. So, like I say, I'm going to get that tomorrow, so by tomorrow night, that will be installed in my computer, and I'll see if I can run my game at a much cooler temperature. But like I say, I just wanted to come on, kind of let y'all know how my luck runs. And like I say, I'm still able to laugh about it. I mean, now yesterday was an off day for me. I was just in a shitty mood all day long. I don't know what was wrong yesterday. Talk about waking up on the wrong side of bed. I mean, from the minute I opened my eyes up, I didn't even get my foot out of the bed yet, and I was pissed off at the dogs because the dogs were raising hell, and it was one of them days where it just went down from there. Then I should have got paid yesterday. Well, the bank's fraud department shut my card off because I had made a purchase. I bought lemons on D-Live, so they shut my card off. It was suspicious. The only thing was, the month before, had the same thing happen. Same exact thing. When I got paid, I made one of those purchases of lemons, and they shut my card off. And I thought I had it taken care of right then. When I got it turned back on, then I'll be damned if the very next month, on the first of the month, they shut my card off again. This is the way our luck runs. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? How's everything going up there at the house? Yeah, exactly. That's my luck. I mean, I get paid. I can't even use my card. They won't let me use my money because they say something I did was suspicious. Come on, 2 months in a row. Two. It's like I fixed it the first time. What the hell? Now you're turning around doing it again. Yeah, some things just make you sit back, shake your head, and say, I don't believe it. You know, I can't believe Alicia hasn't found a job up there yet. With all the jobs in that town, you know, but anything uh, job wise, at least, she has more opportunity there than what she did down here. Down here, you got about 5 places in town that you can get a job at, and if you can't get a job there, you're screwed. But like I say, that's just the story of my life. You know, you gotta have fun with it. Uh, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully everything's going good with the dogs and everything up there. We've got our dogs down here that are driving us nuts. Cheryl's at work today. Amber's in bed sleeping because she has to work tonight. So, story of my life. I'm alone and I like it that way. I find that when I'm alone, I get things done a lot better and easier than if I have someone aggravating. Yeah, exactly. You know, plans are very hard to keep when you have that kind of luck. I mean, you know, in general, with a lot of things, I always have good luck. Like a long time ago, I always had no problem at all finding a new job whenever I got aggravated with the company I was working for. And I mean, I got all the way to where I was working at the post office. And that's just like, you know, the deal that we've been talking about. Well, I got the paperwork in the bank right at the moment. Just waiting for them to run the papers past their supervisor, send it down to me so I can sign it and send it off. Unfortunately, the supervisor's sick today, so it's not going to happen today, but I figure tomorrow or Wednesday we'll get some paperwork for us to sign and send back off. I want to hopefully get this situation done by June. I think we got plenty of time for that. And Mary's working with us, trying to help us out with things, so good, good. Have you got up there to see them yet? Or have they come down to your mom's house to where you could see them yet? That's what you really got to work on. Get to see your kids. That was the hardest thing about being down here, is being so far away from them. I mean, you know, if nothing else, I mean, this is something that you can consider. But I've got Zoom that I use, and you can do meetings on Zoom and everything. Uh, and we can sit and face chat that way through Zoom, or we can even do it through Zoom on the internet. But you know how that goes. Some things you just don't want to put out there. Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I say, I've been playing Outer Worlds, and it's a really good game. And then last night, uh, I was looking, and they have a sale right now on Battlefield 5. So I've been looking at that. And then they also have another sale on Steam of Far Cry 5, which I've got Far Cry 4 right now. But like the standard edition Far Cry 5 is on sale for $15. And then they've got a deluxe edition, I think, for $22. So I'm seriously considering buying Far Cry 5. It's on sale until the 26th of March. So, I mean, right now I've got so many games. I've got, like if I pull up my Steam library, oh my God, I've got Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, I've got Fallout, all the Fallouts, I've got Far Cry 4, I've got Borderlands and Borderlands 2, Call of Duty, Major Warfare 3, CSGO, Just Cause, all the Just Cause games, Wolfenstein. I've got so many games I don't even play hardly half of them, you know. Like I say, I finally made it all the way through to the main ending on Outer Worlds. Fallout 76 is alright. I mean, I've still got it. I deleted it off my computer, but I can re-download it at any time. I'm just waiting for them to do the major update on it, and then I'll come back and try it again. It's the only problem with the major problem with Fallout 76 is you don't have any NPCs running around, and Bethesda still has not locked down all the dupers and hackers in the game. The base of the game is fine. It's the hackers and crap, and I knew it from word one as soon as they said it was going to be a multiplayer. I knew the hackers and the dupers were going to have a heyday with that game, and Bethesda thought it would be fine and they wouldn't have any problems. And for the past year since it came out, that's all they have had is problems with the dupers and the hackers. Like I say, if they could lock down that and get rid of the dicks in the game, then I would be back playing it more. But like I say, the online community of Fallout 76 is not a friendly community that I've found. Everybody's doing their own thing, and then like I say, you've got the dupers and the hackers that I've seen people have every damn thing stolen off their character by some of these dupers and hackers. And I had the Fallout first membership for a couple months, which it was nice to have a private world that me and whoever could play in. But like I say, the biggest problem with Fallout 4 right now is it's empty. There's there's nothing or nobody in it. Oh, gaming computer is easy enough to build up. Do it one piece at a time. I mean, you consider the gaming computer I started out with. That case is back there in the back bedroom where Alicia was staying. And I moved on to this case, which is a huge computer case. And then I went from that one to my Fallout case. Last night I took all my old RAM and my old motherboard and put it in Amber's computer. So Amber's computer went from having 8 gigabytes of RAM all the way up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's just like this chip that I've got right here on the motherboard. That's a older Intel i7 3770 chip. I mean, it's a good chip for being older generation. The chip I have, and like I say, I've the only thing that's in this computer anymore that came from my old computer is the power supply. Everything else I've changed out. The chip, the CPU, I went budget to begin with. I put an i5 9600K chip on the motherboard. And the motherboard I have, I can replace that chip with either an i7 or an i9. And now that I got this new video card coming, I'm going to save up over the summer and get me an i9 9900. And then I'll have this i5 chip that I'll either buy a new motherboard for it and build a computer for Amber out of what she's got. Actually, I'd probably put it in this case here, because when I was looking at her computer last night, oh Lord, it really needs to be upgraded. It's got an old Chinese power supply in it. The new Fallout case. Alright, hang on here. This is, let me move my cup for a minute. This is the case itself. And then if you move in closer, you got the glass side there. But right there, here, this white part, that's the video card that I'm going to be swapping out tomorrow. That little red stick going across there, that is one of my solid state hard drives. And then I've got my Corsair RAM. I've got 48 gigabytes of RAM in there. And then the Nuka-Cola part, that's my liquid cooler for my CPU. And then you got the fan with the radiator for the liquid cooler. And then down here, underneath Voltman, there's another fan in the bottom that lights up. And then your power supply is back here underneath this part. But I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive there, and then I've got another 1 terabyte hard drive here. So with that computer, I've got like 2 terabytes of storage that I can use. 2 terabytes storage. Like I say, right now it's got the 97 or the 970 GTX video card in it. Like I say, that'll be changed out come tomorrow. Just like I've got a GTX 730 video card sitting back there on the shelf. I've got I think it's a 570 video card sitting there on the shelf. And I put a video card in Amber's computer last night. I put video card in her computer to upgrade it. I upgraded all the RAM. I went from, this is a cheap ass RAM that Amber had in her computer, and last night I put in some Corsair RAM that I had for a while that was maybe 6 months old. Yeah, it's, you know, if you do it right, get you a good motherboard. Like, just for instance, this motherboard here, this is the one I'm using in my computer. The Gigabyte H370 HD3 motherboard. You can get this motherboard for like $99. And you can, with this motherboard, you can get a 7th, 8th, or 9th generation Intel CPU put in this, and you can have your old, you know, hard drive. This is my old hard drive. It's the mechanical hard drive, and it's a 1 terabyte. And I mean, it's a Western Digital. I've had this. This was the original hard drive that I got with my gaming computer. Has to be 8 to 9 years ago. And like I say, I've since, over time, replaced everything. And, you know, that's the best advice I can give to someone that doesn't have the money to go out and buy, you know, the latest whiz-bang computer. Get you a base to start on. You can go out and buy a used computer pretty easy. I mean, you can go on Amazon and get computers that are off lease. Let me look here. Where I want this browser. Come over here, go to Amazon. Off lease computer. You go to Amazon, you look up off-lease computers. I'm looking at one here. Looks like the cheapest one I'm seeing is $129. And that's, let's see. It's a Levano Intel Core i5 quad core processor, 3.1 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive for $129. Okay, that right there, you could get a computer like that now. You know, the case that it comes in is not all that great. It's not going to be something that you're going to have a lot of room to expand. Since it's a business computer, it's probably got onboard graphics on the motherboard and doesn't have a video card. But you know, to just start off as a base, that is the cheapest route to go. Okay, and looking at it here, like I say, it's got 8 gigabytes of RAM, which ain't bad. Terabyte hard drive, DVD optical drive. It's running Windows System 10, so you don't have to worry about buying a operating system. And you got an i5 3.1 gigahertz processor. For that money, for $129, you are getting a really good start. Okay, then you could pick up either new or used computer case. You can find them all over the place. Like I say, my computers, I've went through 3 cases now, and I've got 2 cases that are just sitting around empty, that I don't have a computer in them. Which that may change eventually, but you could find someone that's selling this stuff on Craigslist or something like that. Find a cheap case that has room, because this particular computer that I'm looking at for $129, it doesn't have room to stick a video card in it. Okay, it's a very small case. But this gets you in the door. You can get a used case, or you know, you can pick up a decent case for like $50 new. Most cases run at least 100, but you can get cheaper ones. It just all depends on how you want to do it. But like I say, for a base, that would be a good place to start. And then as you go, you add a video card and such as that. I mean, like I say, as far as that goes, I could send you one of these used video cards I've got. But like I say, with this computer, you'd need a different case in order to fit the video card in. You could run into a situation like with Amber's computer, the way she's got a small motherboard, and the way it's set up is if you try to get too big of a video card, it will interfere with where the RAM is. So you can only have a small video card in there. Whereas I think eventually I'd like to at least swap her out this old hard drive I've got for right now. Or if she's wanting to spend the money and get a newer chip, I would buy her a hard drive just like the one or motherboard like the one I got, and use it as a base because, like I say, when you're building something like this a step at a time, you want to make sure that you get items that are upgradable. With this uh, motherboard, like I say, I got it for $100, and the chip I've got, I think I spent right around $250 on the i5 chip. But like I say, you can get the i9 chip, and that will run you roughly about $600 for that computer chip. But I've got the motherboard to where when I save up the money to get that i9, I can just pull the i5 out, swap the i9 in, and be good to go. That motherboard is upgradable as far as that goes. I mean, I filled all the RAM up. I've pretty much, I could put one more uh, hard drive on the motherboard itself. It's still got space for that, but at this point I don't need that much storage. Uh, if I start doing videos and saving them to the computer, then I'll end up getting more storage, but I don't see me doing that right now. Uh, like I say, your motherboard and the case has so much room in it to where if I wanted to get one of the big video cards that had 3 fans on it, I could go that route and it wouldn't interfere with anything. So that's probably the best advice I can give you if you're wanting to build a computer a piece at a time, is start with a good base. You know, like this, one of these ones that you can get off of Amazon cheap. That's a good base. Then as you go, trying to think what generation that i5 is. It's a quad core, so it might be a 7th generation. So if you upgrade to this motherboard, that chip would probably work in it, so you wouldn't have to buy a new chip right away. And then with that motherboard, then you would have plenty of room for RAM, for video cards, that yeah, that would probably be the best route. I say get you a good base to start with, something that, like I say, something that you can use to play some games now. Then as you upgrade it a bit at a time, you're gonna find that you're able to play more and more intense graphic run games. Like I say, with that computer that I was looking at for $129, a 3.1 gigahertz chip, it's going to run quite a few games. Now there's, you know, your biggest blocking point at this point is most games require you to have a video card that has so much RAM built onto it. Like this video card that I've got, the 970, it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. The only reason I bought that video card was for Fallout 76, because the video card I had that only had 2 gigabytes of RAM would not run Fallout 76. Period. It just would not run it. I mean, you get the game to load, but your character was just moving in slow motion, you know, and it was unplayable, and with it being an online game, but you know, I had to upgrade to this video card just because of Fallout 76. That was the only reason I upgraded that video card a year ago. Like I say, with this newer video card that I've got coming, this one plays the Outer Worlds alright. There's no stuttering or anything like that with the 970, but the 970 runs so damn hot when the Outer Worlds is running that it heats up the entire case. And it's pushing its limits. I mean, it's when I load Outer Worlds, that video card is operating at 100%. You know, I try to stream at the same time that I'm playing Outer Worlds, and I mean, OBS and the video card will struggle. I mean, I can play it and stream it, but it has a lot of dropped frames and whatnot, just for the simple fact that the video card is being pushed as hard as it can be pushed. You know, you're not getting anything more out of that video card. So that's the main reason I'm upgrading to the 1660. I'll get more RAM. It has an ability to overclock, and it'll run cooler, and it doesn't use as much power as the 970. So when I sit and look at the 1660 for the price and the performance that you get out of it, that is my best option on a budget right now. Because right now I cannot afford a ray tracing video card. You know, what is it, a 2060 or something like that, Ray RTX. I can't afford that. And the thing is, with the ray tracing video cards, there's only a couple games out there that are capable of doing the ray tracing to begin with. Cheryl's as mean and ornery as ever. Amber, she's alright, she's sleeping. Well, you know how I am. I'm always the same. I'm usually a pretty happy person, unless places in town run out of my stuff. And the dogs, well, they're just pain in the butt. You know how that goes. Dogs are dogs. You love them to death, but they can aggravate the piss out of you too. But, you know, that, like I say, I just mainly started the stream to do a few minutes on on my luck and how things go. I know one thing. Hang on just a second. Damn wind blew my door shut. So with the door shut, I can't get any circulation. And I like to have at least a little bit of a breeze. Let's see if I can plug that back in. Alright, and I will even turn on my little fan down here to get more circulation in this room. Alicia knows how I can get when I get pissed off. It takes a lot to piss me off. But when I do, then I go off. But I've never killed anyone yet that anyone knows about. I'll put it that way. Let's just say I'm very good at hiding bodies. Of course, there's one person I would have loved to have killed, but they would have suspected me right off the bat. They always suspect the ex. Yeah, it's just a shame it's just a shame you can't get the kids to give them this stuff. I mean, you've got to do something. Yeah. We don't want to mention that. When I say, had I done so years ago, I would have already been out on parole. Think about that one. Yeah, I completely understand that. I went through that with Amber just a few years back. Finally was able to see her walk down that aisle and get that diploma in her hand. I was so happy. And all that high school stuff is done for me. Now it's the grandkids' turn to go to school and all that good stuff. Oh, came close. If I hadn't had my wits about me when you first come home and informed me of being pregnant, I could have killed him right then and there. Sorry, but, you know, I knew he was your husband, and that was your relationship and everything, but sorry, I could never stand the man. And I call him a man because I don't know what else to call him. He's, if you ask me, not much of a man, but, you know. Freaking trashmen are getting later and later every time I turn around. 10 minutes to 3 and the trash people finally came. Then again, I shouldn't bitch since now I get my trash service for free. Yeah, yeah, she was barking at the trash people. And then half the time, damn neighbor's dog come wandering around in our front yard and lady will go off about that crap. But what can you do? You know, there's only so much you can do. Oh, excuse me. Stuff off this thing. Since this thing is now dead. Goes to show I shouldn't get my temper going. What do you want, Dun Dun? What do you want, Bubba? You want to be on TV? There you are. There you are. You're on TV. There's my Thunder Boy. There's my Thunder Boy. Yeah. Yeah. My spoiled boy. Huh. You got ashes on you. Goofball. Goofball. Oh, here comes Lady. She thinks Thunder's getting something, so she has to show up. I'm just putting this stuff in a bag, okay? Yeah. Of course I'm wearing my hat. That's what hats are for, isn't it? Isn't it? What are you doing, lady? Come on. Yeah, you gotta jump over the thumb. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Lady and Thunder both in here aggravating, huh? Quit sneezing on me. I don't want your snot all over me. I don't want dog snot all over me. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. No. No, I don't want dog snot. Do I, Don? No. I'll get you both. I'll get you both. Yeah. Yeah. What? What's the matter? I still have a few pretzels. You want a pretzel? You want a pretzel? You know the drill. There you go. Sit your butt down. Very good. Here you go, lady. Good girl. Here you go, Dun-Dun. Very good. You want another one? Yes, you take it so gentle, don't ya? Okay. You got two pretzels. You got two pretzels. Yeah. That should do you for now. You might want to go take a drink of water because pretzels are dry. Yeah. Go get you a drink of water. Oh, Alicia, just so you know, Cheryl went out and bought a washing machine. But of course, as soon as she bought the washing machine, the dryer quit working. You can spin loads in that dryer all day long and it won't get them dry. We've still got that original electric dryer, but we have to get the 220 run into the laundry room. And Cheryl's supposed to have the maintenance guy from the hospital come over here and see about running 220 into the laundry room so we can use our electric dryer. And then we will have a fully operational laundry room. Yeah, exactly. Get a new washing machine and the dryer breaks. You know, that's why we buy this house. When I get done paying for my truck in 10 more payments, can't believe I only got 10 payments left. That's usually when something goes wrong. Because if you remember, right before I got the white car paid off, it got stolen. And then I think it was 2 months after I paid off my Monte Carlo that I wrecked it. So it's usually about the time I pay a vehicle off that something bad happens. But once I pay the truck off, then those payments that I would be making towards a truck are going to go straight into a savings account every month. That way, later on, if we need to replace the roof or put a new air conditioner in or whatever, we'll have the money to do it. Cheryl's still very leery about buying the house, but yeah, I know. Well, depending on what happens, I may or may not sell that. If I need that to tack on to the closing cost and everything, then I'll sell it. But hopefully, hey, there's Contile Creek. What the hell? What's up, man? Yes, I know, I left. It was kind of a mutual understanding. Nothing to do with Bridget, though. How the heck have you been, Contile? No, not allowed what? Yeah, I don't want to sell it, but if it comes down to keeping it or getting the house, I'd like to do both. But, like I say, if I get in that pinch, I don't think we're going to get in that pinch, because from everything the bank is telling me, everything's good to go. Oh, only thing I was talking about as far as that goes, Contal, is me leaving agenda free. I'm sure you know that I left. I didn't have words with anyone over there. Me and Danny had a discussion, but I mean, it was on good terms. It's just, I think he got bent out of shape when I left Discord. But, you know, it's like I told him, it ain't anything personal. The Discord changed a lot. You know, when we had that huge influx of people, uh, the tone of Discord. Uh, yeah, yeah. The tone of Discord had kind of changed, and I didn't really like the tones of a lot of the people, and so I had left Discord, and I guess that caught Danny's attention, I guess you could say. So, and you know, like I say, after having a short chat with Bridget and after having a short chat with Danny, I just told Danny, go ahead and email Steve and you know, take care of that. And I went ahead and deleted Slack off my computer and off my phone. So, like I told Danny, and you know, it's just because I leave doesn't mean there's any hard feelings, and it doesn't mean I'm gonna come back under a different name and cause any trouble. That's just not my style. I say, like I told Danny, I don't have a problem with anybody over there right now. I may not want to work with everybody, but I don't have a problem with them. You know, and with all this virus stuff, I just can't do all that virus stuff constant. You know, if he were to mix in more other news, I could handle it. But 24 hours a day of virus is just, it's too much for me. And like I say, it's perfectly on very good terms. There's no drama alerts or anything like that going on, so. Just one of them things where I seen my path going one way and their path going another way, and you know, generally if you see something like that, it's best to take care of it and to where there is no problems. I don't like problems, and I don't like drama. You know, like I say, I have no ill will towards anybody over at Agenda Free. None whatsoever. I wish everyone over there the best of luck. And I get, now, I don't know for a fact. I don't know whether Reuben left or not, but I think he got a little bit bent out of shape. Hey, Keisha, how the hell are you? I think Reuben got bent out of shape a little bit when he was removed as a mod in Discord. So I'm not sure whether he stayed on or not. I really don't know. But like I say, with me, it is just my path was going one way, and Agenda Freeze was going another. And you know, I would much rather split ways now. Uh, But I would much rather part ways now to where there is no animosity. You know what I mean? Like I say, when I left, I didn't make a big to-do about it. I was very quiet. just for that simple reason. I think you all remember what happened way back with that whole Lookner stream and all the mods getting all bent out of shape and going in the chat and saying they was leaving and all. That was, to me, that was unprofessional, I guess you could say. People didn't think before they acted. Like I say, my situation, there was nothing like that. It was just a simple parting of the ways. And like I say, I don't have any ill will towards anybody. And I'd much rather have it like that than let it fester and go on and turn into something. And it's just not worth it. At least not to me. I don't like the drama. I don't like the stress. I've seen some other YouTube channels that, oh my God, they're like a train wreck. Just constant drama, 6 people talking over each other and everything is just a complete, total train wreck. As they call it, the void, the bottom of YouTube. And trust me, it fits that description very well. I could not have a channel like that. I really couldn't. That would be, that'd be something else. I mean, I don't care if 1 or 2 or 3 people watch my channel. I'd much rather have quality viewers that aren't into drama than some of these channels that are nothing but drama, you know what I mean? Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Twitch, and that's kind of like D-Live, okay? D-Live is a smaller platform, but it seems like Twitch takes more resources than what YouTube does. I can sit and watch, like, just for an example, Steve. I can watch him on YouTube and I can watch him on Twitch, side by side. Same broadcast. YouTube runs smoothly, and Twitch, you get a lot of buffering and whatnot. And I don't know if it's because maybe they've got a higher quality stream that takes more resources to broadcast it out over the net. I'm thinking that's probably what the situation is. D-Live is kind of the same way. I can watch someone on D-Live and I can watch them on YouTube, and YouTube, the video is very smooth, and on D-Live you'll pick up drop frames and buffering. I think it's just a matter of resources, whereas YouTube is running a more bare bones stream. Like I say, I stream some of my Outer Worlds games. I've been doing it over on D-Live, but I'm thinking about doing it on YouTube just for the simple fact, D-Live, you can't keep your videos up for more than a few days. The only part is, when you post them to YouTube, then you get into this whole who actually owns it. Do you own it or does YouTube own it? You know what I mean? And that's the part about YouTube that I'm not liking. D Live, I found that I do a lot more over there than I do on YouTube. Uh, just because there's more freedom. I can play music on D Live and not get copyright strikes. Whereas here on YouTube, you play 15 seconds of a song, and anything longer than that, you're going to get a copyright strike. I don't know how some of the guys that post music videos and all, I really don't know how they get around that. But it's one of them things where I don't really want to find out either. I don't want to involve myself in all kinds of arguments with YouTube. I say, I've got better things to do with my time than to argue with YouTube or argue with anybody. I do enough of that with the wife. Yeah, God damn it. It's after school, so my video's starting to go downhill a little bit. It was running real smooth a little while ago, now not so much, so I guess it's probably time that I wrap this up. I wasn't planning on staying live this long anywho. But I appreciate everyone coming by and contact. Like I say, I gave you my Discord channel. Hang on a second and I'll post it up again. Let me find it. There's my Discord. And there's my Discord channel. Invite people. Hopefully this will work. But if anyone needs the link to my Discord channel, there it is. I say it's not a big Discord channel right at the moment, but maybe as the channel grows, maybe my Discord will grow. Plus, you know, I stream over there on D Live, so you know, and that way anyone from like Slack, since I'm not on Slack anymore, if you need to get a hold of me, you can just pop right into my Discord. What in the world is this? I really don't care about that. Why? Message from Judy, Ron. Oh, God. Anyways, yeah, sometimes I really enjoy my life. I really do. Sometimes the smallest things just make your day. You just gotta love it. Anywho, alright, you take care of Keisha, take care of Contile Creek, Alicia, and Charlie. Y'all take care. Uh, I might be back later tonight. Uh, just kind of depends on the internet. So, anyways, we'll catch y'all later. Bye bye.